Want to create your own custom Pokemon texture in Cobblemon? Today I will show you step by step how to create and implement your texture in game for you or your server. First, you will need to go to blockbench.com and download the application for your appropriate system. Once it's finished downloading, open it up and run the application. Head over to this website with the official Cobblemon team where you can download the models and textures directly without having to scavenge your Minecraft files. The link will be shown on screen and in the description below. Pick the Pokemon you wish to edit. For instance, I will be picking Tyranitar. On this page, head over to the top right and click the code button. You will then click the last zip near the bottom. Then proceed to download. Once you are downloading, unzip the file and head over to the BB model. Once you find it, just simply open it and your Blockbench should instantly recognize it. Now we can see the model and textures in Blockbench. We have three sections: editing, painting, and animating. For today, we will be mostly focusing on editing and painting. If you wish to only edit the texture, there are two ways to do so, either by going to the Paint tab or by clicking on the texture and finding the Edit in Blockbench button. Here are some brushes I use when it comes to editing a texture. On the top left inside the Paint tab, you can find the following brushes such as Texture Brush, Fill Brush, and others. They are useful standard brushes. One of my favorites is the Select Color brush, as you can select one color and fill it with your designated gradients. Now, when it comes to adding extra models to your Pokemon, you will want to go into the Edit tab. First, you want to deselect the Pokemon you are on. Head over to the Add Group tab. Name it whatever you like. In this instance, I'll name it Hat. And then add a cube in that folder. You will see that the texture of this cube is kind of funky. We will be fixing that later, so don't worry. Now you have these tools on the top left to help you with these edits. You can enlarge, fix, rotate, and more. You also have the elements on the top right to help you with more specific measurements. If you would like to edit the texture of your new model, select the folder and go to the top left where you can move the UV map of the new model around where there isn't a clashing texture. Once you have your model, you will want to make sure that it's connected to your Pokemon, or else it will look a bit funny. Select an area you wish to connect the model to, and drag the folder under the parent folder. Now we need to export the files. Right-click your texture and click Save As. Rename the file with an identifier at the end. In this case, mine is video. Now click on the top right, head to Export, and select Export Bedrock Geometry. Do the same thing by giving it an identifier at the end. Now it's time to implement these into your game. You will need to create two folders, one named Data Pack and one named Resource Pack. I will have a link below with both these files downloadable in case you get lost in this part. Again, these will be linked in the description below. Open the data folder and create a Cobblemon folder. Open the Cobblemon folder and you will create a species_features folder and a species_features_assignments folder. Go to the species_features folder and create a JSON file with the identifier.json as the name. In the folder, you will type or edit the following. Make sure in this section to add your identifier. If you wish to know the spacing in this file, it is 2 and 4, and continued 2s. Now head over to the species_feature_assignments folder. Edit the file name with the correct identifier. Now you will want to replace the Pokémon in here with the Pokémon you are applying. For me, it's Tyranitar. If you want to do multiple, you can put a comma at the end and repeat the process. However, we are only doing one. The spacing for this one is 2 and 4. Make sure to edit the feature section and add your identifier. Now you have completed the data pack, all you have to do is zip the files. Next is the resource pack. Again, the files will be in the description. Make an assets folder, in there make a Cobblemon folder. In there make a bedrock and textures folder. First, go to the bedrock folder and make a Pokémon folder. In there make an animations, models, posers, and resolvers folder. Today we will be only using the models and resolvers folder as the other two are used for new animations. Go to the models folder and in there drop in the Blockbench geo file we exported a while ago. Open the file and head over to this section here. You will only need to add your identifier like I have the other files. Now head over to the resolvers folder. Here's my example file. The number at the beginning means the weight of the texture. Ideally, you want it to be over 1, because you do not want to override the original texture. Rename the Pokémon and the identifier in the file name. Then again, we do the same thing in the file, just renaming the Pokémon and renaming the identifier that helps suit you. Make sure to have the order number match the number you have on the file name. The indents for this file are 2, 4, and 6. Once you are done with that, head all the way back to the textures folder, make a Pokémon folder, and in there drop down the Blockbench texture we made. Now you're all set, just zip the file like we did before. Now head over to your Cobblemon. You will be adding your data back to a new world or an existing world. Head over to your data pack folder and add the data pack that we made together. Once you start up the game, head over to your resource pack and apply the resource pack we made. Once everything is done, give yourself the Pokemon with /PokeGive the Pokemon aspect equals the identifier. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you need more help, don't be afraid to contact me on Discord at Big Doctor. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.